guys, this is Rod, and today we're gonna be learning this little jam that I just played, and we're also gonna be talking about different ideas that you can use on your pentatonic scales to create different solos, different licks. So we're gonna be using a 12-bar blues in the key of C major, which just means that we're playing that C for 4 measures, then the F for 2 measures, back to the C, 2 more measures, then the G, 1 measure, F, 1 measure, C, 1 measure, G, 1 measure, to restart this all over again. Keep in mind that the little jam track is going to be available towards the end of this video, so you guys can jam along with that if you want to. Now, let's get started here by playing the C minor pentatonic scale, which is this little friendly shape here that guitar players tend to learn first. Now keep in mind that if you know this shape over here, or if someone taught you over here, it just means that you're playing in different keys. We're playing in C today, so you're gonna start on the 8. So we got 8, 11, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 11, and 8, 11. Now what I was doing with the little jam was starting by bending the 11th fret of the B and playing twice on the 8th of the high E, and doing that twice. Then I was sketching the 11th fret of the high E and bending that, so far we have. Then I was doing the same thing but changing the ending. So now I went to the 8th fret of the B. So everything so far goes. Then the next part was the 10th fret of the G, bending that and playing the 8th fret of the B twice. So everything. Then I'm going up the scale. 8 on the G, 10, 8, 10, 8, 11, 8. Then I'm playing the 8th fret of the G and D, hammering on the 10 of the D string right away. Then 10, 8 on the G, and then 10 on the D. And then the final part of this is going to be 13th fret of the B, bend, resolving on the 12th fret of the G, then bend on the 11th fret of the B, resolving on the 10th fret of the G string, and then I have 2 little licks at the end here. The first one goes, which is bend on that 10th fret of the G, 8 of the high E, 8 of the B, 11, pull off to the 8 on the B string, and then we have a 10, 8 on the G, and 10 on the D. One more time. And then the final one is 11, 8 on the high E, 11, 8 on the B string, 10, 8 on the G, back to the 10th fret, back to the 8, and the last note is the 10th fret of the D string. So if I put everything together, now, if this is hard for you, one idea that you can do first here is to forget about all of those licks and just start by figuring out where the C note is on the scale, where the F note is on the scale, and where the G note is on the scale. And then play with the jam track. When the jam track is playing the C, you play the C. When it goes to the F, you go to the F. When it goes to the G, you go to the G string, and then you can start learning how to listen to something and change with their changes, okay? Now, if this idea seems extremely easy for you, let me throw you a little challenge. Instead of just thinking about one shape, think about all 5. Thinking about finding all of those shapes of the pentatonic scales and finding all the C's, all the F's, all the G's, and see if you can change with the track so you can really master where all the C's, all the G's, and all the F's are. The idea behind that is that later on you can break down some of those licks that we just learned, for example, and you can create your own by finishing the lick with the C when the chord progression is on the C, with the F when the chord progression is playing the F, or with the G. For example here, if we get that first, I can apply that same idea on that second shape here, on that next shape. If you're not sure how to do all of those shapes, we have posted before videos talking about all of those shapes. So make sure to go and watch that video or use that video as a little review, okay? So we can get that same idea on the next shape, which now I'm bending that 13th fret and then playing the 11, 11, and then doing that 13 bend and then the variation with the 11 on the B. And we can do the same thing with that second lick. I can take this one shape back and just play. So there is a lot for us to do, just breaking down those ideas. Now keep in mind that the key factor here is how well you know all those 5 positions, how well you're comfortable finding the notes throughout the fretboard. Another idea that I can give you guys, especially for the beginner guitar players out there, is that trying to master everything, just pick one lick, let's say that last one, and just play that on top of the C, finishing with the C. When the chord progression changes to the F, change to the F. When it goes to the G, change to the G. Hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson. Keep in mind that you have any questions, any doubts, or if you need extra material, feel free to send me a message. I'll be more than happy to send you guys some extra stuff.